That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
A large group of people, they call it a caravan.
By tomorrow, all of mankind, and we will be visible from the Milky Way.
In that caravan, you have some very bad news.
What are you not telling me?
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge. At the siren, all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 hours. All emergency services will be suspended. Your government thanks you for your participation.
Do you know how the caravan... When you look at that caravan and you look largely, very, big percentage of men, young, strong, a lot of bad people in there. People that are in gangs, we don't want them in this country.
Let's go.
But the sky's on fire.
Breaking developments in the Christmas explosion that rocked downtown Nashville. Federal authorities are now confirming 63-year-old Anthony Quinn Warner was the bomber. Among the evidence, surveillance footage that an audio. Showing new details from the hero officers who raced to evacuate residents. Some call it a Christmas.
A few things to talk about here. Now, when I speculated that this was a warning message, I also did mention 5G because if you think about the cell companies, you think of 5G. And lately, you have been seeing a lot of 5G ads and commercials pushing this nationwide plan.
America's largest 5G network.
People aren't going to have a choice anymore, and that's what terrifies me the most is the health risks.
Shows clear evidence of cancer and DNA damage from 2G and 3G technology.
Authorities say the Nashville bomber, 63-year-old Anthony Warner, may have been obsessed with conspiracy theories about 5G phone technology, which could explain why the bomb was detonated outside the AT&T building, disrupting cell service in 5 states. Like other major communication companies, AT&T uses 5G, the latest super-fast cell phone technology. But some conspiracy theorists fear 5G can be used to spy on Americans. Others even believe the coronavirus is being spread by 5G waves. Authorities say an anti-5G extremist set fire to a 5G tower in the Netherlands.
Investigators are looking into whether Warner was motivated by paranoia over 5G cell technology. However, law enforcement warns that paranoia may have extended well beyond that, including a range of other things.
Now, notice a few people who commented were saying something about the AT&T building is where they were analyzing the voting machines.
Has people close to him alarmed. Even Rudy Giuliani opposing an idea to tap conspiracy theorist Sidney Powell as a special counsel to investigate voter fraud. Trump's new pardoned former national security advisor, Michael Flynn, he's encouraging Trump to invoke martial law to overturn the election.
So now with the whole directed energy weapons, you will also hear more of the term laser being tossed around. I noticed when watching these videos with politics.
Let us know what's going to happen.
Yeah, sir, first of all, you might recall when we first started talking about the economic damage that was coming from the shutdown, that we emphasized right from the beginning that this industry and the travel industry were going to be the hardest hit. And so we've been focused like a laser beam on coming up with policy ideas to do something about it. And as you said, we've got a really good plan because you can really see things going much, much faster forward than I expected.
This was really about big things, light versus dark, dividing the nation versus bringing it together. But the fact of the matter is, when President Biden comes into office, all the things you talked about are going to be there. It's going to be a very divisive environment, and it's going to be incumbent on him to focus like a laser on getting the economy working for people. And look, that's going to be a fight. We're already talking today about a vote to increase those stimulus payments to $2,000.
You can kind of see the picture of what is going on. So if this is part of their manifestation, then it is being played out here.
I just see orange, and then I hear a loud boom. And as I'm stumbling, because it rocked me that hard.
At the scene, the blast site where this RV exploding, and certainly the pictures from that street, from that area, are remarkable. You can see the destruction in all of the buildings, cars that were just melted down, paint melted off of the cars.
A Google Maps image of the house from May of 2019 shows what appears to be a similar RV parked right outside. Neighbors confirming it rarely moved, but they said by Christmas morning it was gone.
It just stays there. So this was something that just looked suspicious, that it wasn't there anymore.
We have new traffic camera footage showing the moment this blast rocked downtown Nashville. Look at that. This happened shortly after an RV was seen parked outside the AT&T building. The vehicle was broadcasting a warning, giving police time to evacuate people who were nearby.
We are terrible at listening to warnings about disaster. A man named John O'Neill was a great agent at the FBI, but his colleagues weren't too happy with him because instead of doing his work, he kept yelling about some ragtag group of fighters called Al-Qaeda that were supposedly trying to attack the United States. John was forced to resign, and on September 11th, 2001, he died at the World Trade Center, where he'd taken on the position of head of security. We are terrible at listening to warnings about disaster. Well, the threat of a blackout, the threat of a prolonged loss of electric power is similar in one way and different in two to those other threats. It's similar because it's that scale of magnitude as far as how much damage it would do to our society and to the rest of the world, to the human race.
Now, I want to also talk about this blackout and perhaps say EMP, and I've made a lot of videos around this subject for years, and now it seems like everyone is now seeing this all being played out, and this is another tactic that will soon manifest from their agenda.
And right now, this area does remain very closed off as investigators continue working to do their job. We've also got a portable cell tower here from AT&T that is assisting in restoring the power that so many people have been without. Thankfully, it sounds like almost everybody is just about back online. Of course, as you mentioned, the question still lingering in all of our minds is what motivated Anthony Warner to do this.
What's going on?
Just a power outage. I'm gonna drive into town and see what's going on.
We lost power 3 days ago. The big cities, Boston and New York are out too. Hell, man, for all we know, it's the whole damn world.
All right, tonight the U.S. is under cyber attack. The breach is widespread, and there are growing concerns tonight about what may come next.
A stark warning tonight are now feared to be deep inside American infrastructure networks across the U.S. government, and including the nation's top nuclear laboratory. U.S. officials called the hack a grave risk. It's unclear what, if any, damage has been done.